Hey guys, how is everybody? I'm just gonna wait a minute here until more people log on to the call. But I kind of decided to do a different call today after some information that was presented within one of the leadership groups. I really decided that mindset of belief is something that really is going to dictate your success as a coach, right? There's so many coaches that you see that just start in this business and they just like take off and they fly and they just like really stumble their way forward throughout the business and learning the how along the way. But really, so much of what we do and so much what is determined with our success is really based upon our own belief system. So I want to first just kind of apologize a little bit on switching this up, but yesterday when I was like getting ready for the presentation, it just didn't feel right to me. We can talk about recruiting coaches and how you exactly do that. But I know that April was a really hard month for a lot of the coaches within Beachbody. And, it just got to me thinking about belief and about vision and going from being, good to being our best selves, right? And that's really what this whole Beachbody coaching thing is all about, is really expanding on who we are, both physically, mentally, emotionally, and just being better people so that we can be better people for others. And when we're good, it causes other people to really rise. So I'm going to get started on this call. Hopefully you guys can see my presentation. If for some reason you can't, well, somebody just send me a message on Facebook so that I know. But I really want to dig into this and talk to you guys about some things that I learned from my, one of my mentors, I guess, from afar, Tony Robbins. So I love him. He's really changed my life. I pretty much listen to him every single day. And I just really want to encourage us all just to be our best. And when we be our best, then we perform at our best and we can serve others in just such a better light. So let me know if you guys can't see my screen. All right, hopefully you guys can see this here. Let me just go into, give me a second. Make sure I present this bad boy. Okay, hopefully you guys can see the presentation screen now. Okay, so I really want to talk to you guys about being good, being better, and being best. What is good? So most of us live in a state where we are, we're good, right? You have days of ups and downs, but we let others determine like really what our happiness is and what's going to really bring us fulfillment. And we want to get into our best state because when we are in our best state, then we can make our best choices. We can make our best goals. We can make our best motives, and we can best serve those around us. And that's really what our whole goal is as a coach, is to develop and to always try to push to be our best. So I'm going to talk to you guys today about some things that I learned from Tony. And I don't know why my screen isn't switching. Hold on, guys. Come on, bad boy. All right, hold on a second. Whoops. Why is it? Hold on. Let me stop the screen share. Hang on a second, guys. Bear with me. This is why I love this, but then I don't like it either because it drives me crazy on why you guys can't see my screen. All right. Can you guys see this now? Hopefully. Somebody message me if you guys can't see this, because for some reason it's not letting me switch. All right. What is going on? All right. Give me a second. I'm seeing it on my screen, but for some reason I don't think you guys are seeing it. So let me go back in here into my Google Drive and pull it back up again. There it is. Okay. All right. All right, guys. There we go. Sorry about that. So just let me know if you guys can't see this. Okay. So what does your best life look like? Well, first of all, you have to master the science of achievement. And then after you master the science of achievement, you master the art of fulfillment. Okay, so we're going to first talk about the mastering the science of achievement, and then I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about mastering the art of fulfillment. Okay, so to master the science of achievement, you have to model the person you have always had the potential to be when you are in the most successful state of mind. Okay, once you've mastered the science of achievement, then you can master the art of fulfillment. I'm sorry that says science there, but it's not just about the end goal or a specific moment in time. You have to first find what fulfills you. And that really talks about being happy, all the time, and not just letting your goals dictate happiness is. How many of you guys have gone to Diamond, or maybe you got the 2-star bonus and you thought that that was going to bring you happiness within your life, and then all of a sudden it was like wah wah wah, like you didn't feel like any different, right? You just kept chasing like the next thing, thinking that that is what was going to bring you fulfillment within your life. And I can tell you that when I hit 15-star Diamond, like I thought the skies were gonna part, right? Same thing when I hit top 10, it was like, oh yay, like I made it, like this is the definition of success. But yet I wasn't happy because I wasn't living in the moment. I was just chasing like the next goal and the next rank. And so I find that it's so important that we live in that sense of gratitude and that sense of being grateful every day, and really just being thankful for every day that we have, and our family and our friends, and the fact that we can breathe, and the fact that we have this amazing opportunity to be able to serve other people, and just being able to find joy in your everyday life. Okay, so what is your good life really molded by? In order to create change, we must first understand our purpose and our story. And that's what I'm going to talk about here. Next is really your story. So your story is molded by limiting the beliefs, the language that you tell yourself, emotions, moments and meaning, struggle and selfish thoughts, goal setting, fear, state of mind, and the relationships with others. And most importantly, really your significant other. All right, so first of all, limiting beliefs. What are the beliefs that you tell yourself? If you are telling yourself that you are unorganized, or maybe you're not a business person, or you're not good at social media, or you're not a good leader, or you're not able to recruit coaches, then that is what you are going to become. Okay, so every day when you wake up and you got to check your head and you got to tell yourself, you are all of these amazing things. Okay, when you first think about your capabilities of a coach, is it a negative experience or is it a positive experience? Because your past does not define who you are today. What we do at coaches, our brains cannot lie to ourselves, guys. So we are the person who we are. So if you wake up every day and you approach your business and you're like, oh man, I gotta hit Success Club this month, or I gotta go and I gotta invite people, and no, everybody is going to tell me no, then guess what, guys? Everybody is going to tell you no, because this is what you're telling yourself. So you have the choice to choose what you want to become, and to either believe yourself or fold into the lies that we tell ourselves. Second part of this is really the language and the way that we speak to ourselves. And in case you guys really don't know my story, I struggled with anorexia and bulimia for a good 9 years of my life. And so you can imagine I told myself a lot of negative things, that I wasn't good enough, that I wasn't pretty enough, I wasn't skinny enough, that I didn't have any friends, that nobody liked me. I mean, all these things, right? So the language that we tell ourselves is so important, because it's going to dictate a lot of the actions that you do on a daily basis. Okay, so I want you to think about, is this the worst thing that has ever happened to me, Or is this the best thing that has ever happened to me? And every single story can either be told with one of those two things. It's up to you to decide how you define the moment in your story. Okay, so what would you describe your life, and what language would you use to describe that? And understand that you have control of how you tell how your day goes, how your life goes, how you react to certain circumstances that are brought before you, and that really our success is going to be determined by our emotions and by our language. All right, next part about this is emotion. Okay, we all experience emotion every single day of our lives, and it's up to us to determine how we are going to feel. Moments and meaning are really the ultimate forces that control your quality of life. You cannot control happiness, but you can control the meanings and what those emotions bring into your life. So we apply emotions to the meanings, emotion to the moment, just like a meaning. No one can make you feel a certain way. Okay, so you have to know like what your triggers are. Somebody, you might have haters, for example, on social media, right? And somebody might reach out and somebody might say something that's really, it's really hateful, and it might bring you down, but you have the decision to decide on how you are going to react to that. Same thing goes like when you're inviting people and maybe somebody tells you that they're not interested, or maybe you have a coach on your team that decides that this isn't for them. You have to take that decision and decide how you're going to react to that, and understand that that is them and that is their decision, and that has nothing to do with who you are as an individual. Okay, and when you guys understand that, then you just have to understand that the best thing that you can do is just control your emotions in the situations of your daily life, and just try to be your best person. Because when you are your best person, you will understand that you are a mirror of the person that you are, and that you have control over the situations. You have control over if you're going to get upset if people tell you no, right? Or you can change your emotion and say, you know what? I wish that person well, bless and release, but I know that I have amazing products. I know that this opportunity has changed my life, and this might not be for them, but I am going to go out and I'm going to serve more people with this, and I'm going to find more people that see this opportunity just like I do, and I'm going to bless them with this. So you see the difference there? You can either let your circumstances control you, or you can control your emotions. All right. How about when you say to yourself, I'm struggling? What does struggling really mean? It's really just the stories we tell ourselves. And how does this situation really affect me? Struggling, you guys, is selfish. Struggle is a direct reflection of the quality of your life, and struggle is not adding value. Okay? So when we say we're struggling, it indicates that we're not being grateful. It indicates that we're not leading with a servant heart. And it really means that we are focusing on our ego more than anything. And it can really put you in a negative state of mind, okay? It can cause you to focus on a lack of rather than a lack of what you really have. And you guys, we are all so very, very blessed. You know, we have these amazing communities. We're surrounded by positivity. We have the opportunity to be able to work from home and to be able to bless others. We have clean water. We have roofs over our heads. We are better off than 98% of the population within the world. And when you focus on that gratitude, more good things are going to come into your life. Okay? This allows you guys to really add value into the lives of other people, versus when you're struggling, you have no value to add into the lives of anybody. And it does not allow you to create that forward momentum. So I want you to think about yourself, like when you're telling yourself, like, I'm struggling to hit Success Club, or I'm struggling to sponsor new coaches, or I'm struggling to get people started right. You guys, that is a selfish act. And we need to move away from that ego, and we need to really start focusing on the gratitude that we have, and the people that are in our lives that are here, the coaches like yourselves that are on this call, the leaders on your teams that are showing up and making a difference, and focusing on all of that good versus focusing on the things that aren't going right. All right, goal setting. How many of us set goals, right? You say, oh, I'm going to be a 5-star diamond by summit, or I want to be an elite coach by the end of the year. Setting goals without knowing our outcome, not knowing our why, not knowing what you're getting, or having a clear understanding is going to bring you absolutely nowhere. So when we set goals, it's important that they are full of emotion, that there's a motive, that there's passion, and that there is a momentum. So when you think about, what is it going to be like to be maybe being an elite coach at the end of the year is your goal. What kind of emotion is that going to bring when you hit that goal? Why do you want to be a 5-star elite coach at the end of the year? What is your motive for that? What kind of passion can you bring into that? And then that is going to create that momentum within your life. We simply just can't set goals with a date and expect that when we get there, that everything is going to be all sunshines and rainbows, because it's not. You have to understand that when you set goals, there has to be emotion tied to that, so that when you don't reach that goal, you're pissed, you're upset, right? You're going to push harder to reach that goal. If you set your goals, even just for hitting Success Club and helping 5 people this month, what kind of emotion is that going to bring into your life? It can't just be a number type thing, guys. It can't just be something that brings you thinking that it's going to bring you some kind of fulfillment. Okay, it really, really has to stem from the fact of what is this? How is this going to serve you? What is this going to look like? And when you set those kind of goals so that you have that emotion and you have that passion, then when you reach those, you're either going to have this amazing sense of happiness and joy and fulfillment, or you're going to be like pissed off because it didn't happen. So the point about goal setting really is attaching emotion to your goals. Because if you're not attaching emotion to your goals, then guess what? When you don't hit diamond rank, it's going to be like, oh, well, I didn't hit diamond. I'm just going to do it next month. No, like when you don't hit your goals, guys, you should be pissed that you didn't hit your goals. And that should light a deep fire within your soul to want to just work so much harder to make that happen, because we all know that diamond is just a decision within our business. It's not something that's hard. It's something that we decide. And when you decide, you've got that emotion and it's going to happen for you. All right. Next, fear. Fear is really, it's a primal thing. It really stems back, and I'm not a history teacher, but it really stems back to primal living. Hold on, somebody is calling me. It really stems back to primal living. Okay, so when we were back in like the caveman times, whenever that was, don't get me, I'm just never really good at history. But we either said like we are not enough or we are not worth the love. Okay, ultimately identifying those limiting beliefs, identifying your emotional triggers, and digging into your biggest fears is what is going to keep you from going from good to best. You guys have to understand that you are enough, okay? And that you are worthy of success. How many of you, maybe you're on this call, or maybe it's a coach on your team, like they're scared of success, and it all because they don't feel like they're worthy of it, right? How many people get inches away from hitting their goals and then they back off? Why? It's because they feel one of these two things. You either feel like you're not enough or you feel like you're not worth of love. And you know what, guys? Every single one of us is enough. And every single one of us is worth love. And you all have the ability to choose to live any life that you want to live. You have that decision to live your best life possible. This opportunity does not just serve a select few. It serves It can serve all of us, guys. It doesn't just choose favorites. So I don't want you to look at other top coaches or people that have gone before you and think, well, that's good for them, but that's not going to ever happen for me, because it can happen for you. And it's a decision that we make within our minds on if you are going to be successful or not, point blank. And it all comes down to those actions that we do on a daily basis, because we believe that we are enough and that we believe that we are worthy of the success that this opportunity can bring to us. All right, your state of mind, putting yourself into a peak state of mind. Once you create that story within your mind is all that you see. So I'm going to tell you guys, the last 2 years, when I was really pushing hard for top 10 within my business, the first year, I pretty much surrounded my whole entire office with Paris. I visualized being in Paris with my husband and what that was going to look like. I pumped myself up on a daily basis with doing my workouts first thing in the morning and doing my personal development and then going into meditation so that I could really be in that peak state of mind. I did the same thing last year when I really wanted to go to the top 10 again. I surrounded myself with pictures of Bora Bora. I was on my screensaver on my phone and on my computer, and I just surrounded myself there, and I got myself into that peak state of mind every single day so that I wasn't focusing on my struggles, but that I was focusing on adding value into the lives of other people and helping others, empowering their truths. Because that's really what we do as coaches, is that we empower others to live their best lives. This isn't about us. This isn't about our goals, right? It's about serving our teams and serving the people that follow us on social media and the people that we can't come in contact with every single day. And when you are in your best peak state of mind, that energy is going to transfer into the people that you're talking to, right? It's a difference, you guys, between acting and being, okay? And I think that that's really, really important, because when you are being in that peak state of mind, then you are going to experience so much love and so much gratitude, and you're really going to be able to serve the world around you that much better. It's not focusing on lack of, it's focusing on your being grateful and focusing on really what you have. And I just want to tell you guys that you all have amazing just being the person that you are to be able to serve other people. You all have stories, you all have things that you have gone through, and that makes us that we have to be brave, and we have to share those struggles and share those opportunities and share those things that we're overcoming so that we can serve other people. The struggles that were placed in our lives, you guys, they were placed there for us to overcome them, and they were placed there so that we can serve other people. Okay, they didn't happen to us, right? They happened so that we could better ourselves, understand how we can get through things, make ourselves stronger, and then give it away so that we can serve other people. So how many of you guys are just like posting pictures on social media of you doing your workout, or just drinking your Shakeology, and you're not sharing like what you've overcome or what you're overcoming or pieces of your personal development? That is how you're going to influence and cause this world to just be a better place. And I think every day, if you just focus on, how can you change your state of mind? What can you do to be a better person? And then go out and serve that to your audience. That's really how this whole attraction marketing thing works, and how people are going to rise up around you. All right, your significant other. I know that we, when we started, and myself included, my husband did not share my vision for Beachbody. And I hear this a lot from a lot of my coaches that, their husbands aren't on board, and they don't see that same vision that you might see. And then how does that really affect your business, and how does that really affect your story? Well, one thing that I realized is that I had to share my vision with my husband. He thought that I was crazy, right? That I was going to leave nursing, and that I was going to be home with our kids, and that I was never going to miss a day, and I was going to build this dream life, right? But once I shared that with him, he understood and he got on board. So that when I had to do a call, say on Monday nights, and I couldn't put the kids to bed, or I had to stay up a little bit later and not go to bed with him, he understood why I was sacrificing this time to build this business, because he understood like what I was actually doing, right? My husband, in case you guys don't know, he's not even on social media at all. So this was very abstract for him. He had no clue like what I was doing and these calls that I was doing and what I was posting on social media. And so I had to get my husband on board, and I had to share that vision with him and what this success really meant to me, so that we could really have a partnership together and that I had that support. So I want to ask you, like, have you talked to your husband? Like, does he understand really what this vision is? You know, that you're going to be able to retire him and you guys are going to be able to, you know, either be at home both together for your families or your future families. Because once I was able to share that vision with my husband, and once he understood like what this company was all about and who Carl Deichler really was, it changed everything. And so I want you guys to share that vision with your significant others, as crazy as it sounds, so that they can get on board and really, really support your dreams. All right, how to break through the good. When you understand what has been holding you back to a state of good, you can finally discover your best self. And this is really what the science of achievement is. There's 3 levels of mastery. It's the full formula to success. It's creating and leading momentum, creating lasting change, and defining yourself as the leader that you are. So there's 3 levels of mastery. There's cognitive, emotional, and physical. You have to understand your goal and what that does, so you have what your best choices look like. Your emotional, you have to link emotional celebrations and emotional consequences to each moment. And then physical, consistency and the daily application. The formula to your success. You have to know your outcome. You have to look at what it is that you are going to get. You have to visualize, guys, you know, what is it going to look? What is it going to feel like when you own that 6-figure business? What is it going to look like? What is it going to feel like when you're a 5-star an elite coach? And then to understand why. You know, why are you doing these things? What is that why? And we talk about our why being our driving force every single day. You know, it's one of the first things that we asked our coaches, right? What is your why? Because when you have a true incentive, you're going to keep moving forward. You're going to work until, you know, the 12th hour or the 24th hour on the last day of the month, and you're going to not leave a fingernail more because your why is that strong. So knowing what your outcome is, believing in that, and then knowing your why, and then taking massive action to get there. You know, you have to have that passion and you have to have that belief. And when you do that, that is what is going to drive your action. And then knowing what you're going to get out of it, right? So what are you going to get? You know, what does good feel like? And then what does best feel like? And then changing your approach. If you're doing good now, what can you do to adjust to be your best? And literally believing so full-heartedly in your why and working hard every day to make it happen. It's not, this business isn't about the how-tos, guys. It's all about your drive and your passion and letting that why lead you to your best life. Okay, and this is why I decided to change up this call today, because you know, if we don't believe in ourselves, if we don't have a vision, if we're not focused on our why and serving others every day, then no matter what it is that you're trying to achieve, you're never going to have that happiness and you're never going to have that fulfillment. All right, creating and keeping momentum. This all really comes from putting yourself into a peak state every single day. It's about finding your passion, really that art of fulfillment, about what is going to emotionally drive you. It's about deciding, it's about committing, it's about resolving, taking immediate, intelligent, consistent, and massive action on a daily basis. And then being smart and assessing where you're at every day and deciding if this is going to get you where you need to be. You know, you can do the bare minimum, guys. You can do the bare minimum and you can say, okay, I invited my 5, I'm done for the day. Or you can decide that, you know what, you're going to go out and you're going to serve and you're going to bless as many people as possible. You know, It's not going to be a numbers thing. It's not going to be just 5. It's going to be that this is what I want to do. This is my passion. This is what is emotionally driving me in my business. And that is what is going to keep you going. It's going to keep that momentum. It's going to keep you guys driving forward every single day. It's not going to be about a numbers thing. It's not going to be about a success club thing. It's going to be about how can you help others live their best life, and knowing that when you help other people, and that really is what we are set to do in this world. And the more that you give away, the more that is going to come back to you. Creating lasting change. This really comes from our self-talk. This must happen now. I must change this now, and I can change this now. Okay? Our past does not equal our future. Your cans are not a reflection of your past. And so understanding that this business stuff has to happen now. Like, it just can't wait. You can't say to yourself, oh, I'm going to put things off, or, oh, I'm going to invite tomorrow, or I'm going to do my personal development tomorrow, or, oh, I'm going to, I'm going to skip my workout today, but I'll get around to it tomorrow. Because you guys, we have to do action now, every day. We have to do that action, because that action is what is going to create that momentum within our lives. Our future is being formed today. Our future is being formed from the actions that we take every single day when we get up. And you have to understand that what we do every single day is either going to move you forward or further away from your goals. We're either getting better or we're getting worse every single day of our lives. And so we have to decide if we are going to create that lasting change so that we can really be our best selves. All right, define yourself as the leader that you are. I just want to say that if you're on this call right now, you are a leader, you guys. When you start your own business, when you decide to get on these calls, when you decide to tie into your team, you are already a leader. And so I want to just first, congratulate every single one of you guys that are on this call, because you took the time to be here. You took the time to show up. And being a leader is not defined by a rank. It's not defined by how many coaches you have on the team. Being a leader is seeing things where they're at, and not worse than where they are, right? A leader sees things better than they are. A leader has high energy, not low energy. And what I mean by that is not necessarily, pumping ourselves up and doing like max 30 and like that kind of energy, but it's about the energy that you bring to the people that you're going to serve. It's about being in that peak state, right? It's about deciding that you're going to be happy. It's about looking at life the way that you see it and having that influence on yourself, having that influence on others. And then getting really clear on your standards. So understanding that you guys can look at a situation, say you look at coach relations, for example. You can look at that and you can say, oh man, coach relations, like they had all these problems. Or you can look at that and say, you know what, this is just a bump in the road. This is just things that happen with a really fast growing company. And I am going to do my best to give red carpet service to my coaches and red carpet service to my customers, regardless of what is happening with coach relations. And that's really what being a leader is all about. It's how you are going to serve your tribe and what kind of information are you going to bring to your team. We all have people on our team that are those negative Nancys, right? We have people that, everything is happening to them. And a leader is going to understand that that is not going to make anything better, right? A leader is going to look at things and understand and look at the positive and understand that, yeah, that might not be good, but you know what? We have all these other great things and you're going to focus on the positive. That's really what being a leader is all about. And you're all leaders, right? You're all here. You're all showing up. You all want to be better. And so I want you to all stop looking at yourself as your mentor or the person that brought you into this business as the leader, and start looking at yourself as the leader that you really are. All right. And then the last thing that I want to talk to you guys about is mastering the art of fulfillment. So the last couple things we were talking about was really mastering that science of achievement. And now we're going to talk about mastering that art of fulfillment. And what this really means is finding happiness for where you're at right now, right? And I want to give you guys an example that Tony uses in this, but Robin Williams, for example, he set out he was going to be the best comedian known to man, right? And then he was going to be the best actor that ever was. And you guys all saw what happened with him, right? I mean, it was not a good outcome. And why is this? Is because he just kept chasing the next big thing, right? He didn't have that art of fulfillment within his daily life. And so your act of fulfillment is really about, where is your focus? What is your daily emotional state of mind? What motivates you? What and who are you going to place value on? Do you add or do you expect value? And are you constantly redefining your good and your best? And then embracing the knowledge that training never stops. Okay, so this really stems from that act of gratitude and understanding that you can reach big goals, guys, but if you're not living in a peak state of mind, if you're not happy with where you're at, if you're not trying to be better, every single day just to bring peace and joy into your own life, then no matter what goals it is that you reach, you're never going to have that sense of fulfillment. And I think that that's just really important, that every day we can be fulfilled, right? We can wake up and we can give to others, and we can do our devotionals and be in that peak state of mind of meditation that really helps you become grateful, and you can really focus on the people that you're going to go out and serve, and so that we don't have to be chasing the next big thing, right? That every day we can live our very, very best lives. So I'm going to stop this quick so that I can see you guys. Oops, did it go down? Where's my friends? So I just want to wrap this up and just tell you guys that, this business is literally about us evolving into the best people that we can possibly be, right? It's about us working on our health and fitness and working on our personal development so that we can serve our teams, we can serve our families, we can serve our friends, and that we can evolve into just being just badass individuals. And when we do that, it's going to cause everybody else to rise around us. And that is what this whole thing is about. If you don't sell one challenge pack, if you don't help one person in this business, but you help yourself, you help your family, then that's success, you guys. That is success. Success is not necessarily measured by all of these numbers and all these things that Beachbody places on us. It's about us being our best and just being and growing into just badass individuals. And I've never, ever had an opportunity or had a job that people really cared about me and cared about who I was as an individual, and about my mind, and about how I was doing emotionally, and about my health. And that is what is so awesome about this opportunity, is that Beachbody wants us to just be better. Like, Beachbody just wants us to just be better people. And if you just think about that 400,000 coaches that we have in this network, if we all just became better, that ripple effect that we would have on the world around us. And so today, guys, I challenge you to just get rid of the negative self-talk, okay? Get rid of the self-limiting beliefs that you might have within yourself. And to every day, just focus on adding tremendous value into the lives of other people. So what you're learning, share that with other people. Okay, understand that you can do anything that you want to do. You can be a top 10 coach. We believe in you. We believe in you so very much. And I just want you guys just to believe in yourselves and to just go out there and just be rock stars, right? Own your life. Decide, like, why not me? And just take control and just apply like that massive action. And just stop, like, whatever is holding you back, whatever stories you're telling yourself, like, just don't believe that crap. It's just lies. And you have the decision to either believe it or not believe it. So I ask you, like, if you're like, oh, I can't recruit coaches, or, oh, I'm not a good leader, so my team's not succeeding, or, oh, I'm not really into fitness, so therefore I can't be a good coach. I want you guys to tell yourself, like, that is just all crap. Like that is just all crap that you guys are telling yourselves. And that it's just stemming from fear and stemming from either having like that self-love and that desire of believing if you can really do these things or not. And you guys, you all can, like you all totally can. And so when you're inviting people, when you're sharing what this is with others, just wake up every day and just say, like, I am a kick-ass individual and I have an amazing opportunity to share with other people, and I am going to just focus on myself, and I am going to be the best person that I can be so that I can cause others to rise up around me so that they are better too. And that's really what this entire business is about. So I challenge you guys today, like whatever it is that you're telling yourselves, like get rid of the bullshit lies and go out and just serve people. Serve from your heart, serve with just a tremendous amount of emotion so that you get yourself into that peak state and just be that light in this, you know, sometimes dark world. So I hope you guys all are just having a really amazing April. I'm excited that you guys jumped on with me today. All my blessings. I'm going to let you guys go because I want to respect your time. If you guys have any questions, you guys can send me a message, and I will be sharing with the other girls the slides to this so you guys can take a little bit more. But thanks for basically this hour of personal development with me. And guys, just go out and just rock your lives. Rock and own your life. There's no better sense of fulfillment than that. And when you do that, then you are going to be able to seriously be this higher power and spread so much magic into the lives of other people. So all my blessings. I'll talk to you guys soon. Kick ass this month, guys. Go out there and just serve the world. So talk to you later. Bye.